Here we go. Look at the backdrop. That's right. We're back in studio here in Lexington, Kentucky, and we're going to talk today. We're going to talk about how are you showing up? That's right. How are you showing up in life? And who do they think you are? That's right. Now, who do you think you are? Who do they think you are? We're also going to talk about some stuff called matcha. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but we're going to talk about matcha today. We're going to talk about, okay, no problem. We're going to talk about matcha today. We're going to talk about sunrise hikes. We're going to talk about sunrise hikes. We're going to talk about all kinds of good stuff today. All right, it's going to be amazing. Welcome. Dive right in. GM3X. Let's grow. Welcome to GM3X. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Elite Club. I hope you're ready for motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations, because it's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Good morning. How are you, my friend? I want to make sure it sounds good over on the Facebook side. Hang tight. Yep, everything sounds good over there. Glad to hear that. Good morning. What's up, Liza? Great morning to you as well. Listen, today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday. It gets confusing, bro. I'm telling you. Today is Friday, September 2nd, 2022. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, September 2nd. It's hard to say that. September 2nd, 2022. There's a lot of twos today. Today is Friday, September 2nd, 2022. And today's the first and the last time it'll ever be Friday, September 2nd, 2022. Okay, all right, got it. So I want to make sure that we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. That's right. I'm home. Been on the road all week since last Sunday, but I am home, and most of the family doesn't know I'm home yet. My wife knows I'm home. Willow, of course, knows I'm home because there's nothing happens in the house that Willow doesn't know about. But the rest of the kids won't know I'm home till they wake up a little bit later. They're getting a little surprised. I wasn't supposed to be home until tomorrow night. So they actually weren't expecting me until Saturday night at 6 p.m. They're going to get a little dad in their life first thing in the a.m. So I'm super excited to surprise them today. But check this out. So yesterday, follow me here. Yesterday, I got up at 1 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, so if you don't know anything about time zones, so on and so forth, 1 a.m. Pacific time would be 4 a.m. Eastern time. There's a 3-hour difference, all right? And so I got up at 1 a.m. Pacific time yesterday morning, and this was in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, after I got up, I, of course, did my morning 5, right? 5 simple steps to an extraordinary life, gratitude, goals, all those things, right? That we talk about here on the show. I did those 5 things. And then after doing those things, sending out an encouraging message, then I went ahead and wrote an episode of GM3X, right? So wrote the show, built the show, produced the show, delivered the show. So that show got delivered at 2:30 a.m. Pacific time. And that show went out to Clubhouse. It went out to Facebook, just like it is right now, right? After the show, hung out with Kate Volman for a little bit right here on Clubhouse. Then I went ahead and got ready. And then I went ahead and I left the hotel right around 4:15 in the morning. And I went on a sunrise hike, okay? Sunrise hike out in the Scottsdale Desert. If you never had an opportunity to do it, it's amazing. If you ever get the opportunity, sunrise hike, Arizona, in the desert, it's spectacular. There's literally, I can't think of anything better. It's just absolutely spectacular. And of course, the sun came up. It was absolutely beautiful out there. It was about 80 degrees with a breeze up there at the top. And you can just see for miles. Like you can see for hundreds and hundreds of miles, because it's just the landscape out there is crazy, right? It's like flat, and then it's got these hills that just pop up, and you can climb to the top of these hills and get 360 views for hundreds of miles. So it's absolutely beautiful. So I did that hike. That hike took me from 4:30 Pacific time to about 6:30, right? Then from there, we went down, and I went to this place called Buddha Bella. All right, went to Buddha Bella, which is this incredible place in Scottsdale, Arizona. You all have to go there. So I went to Buddha Bella. I met the woman who owns it. Her name is Deb. And got to lay on this light bed, this thing called a light bed, which does some stuff that penetrates your muscles, right? Loosens you all up. And so I got to do that. And then I got to drink something called matcha. Now, I don't know if you've ever had matcha before. I personally have never ever had matcha. I think I'm saying it right. I've never had it before. All right. But she took this stuff and she took it out of a bag and she ground it through she ran it through a little grater, right? Like she ran it through a little grater and then put it in a mason jar and then mixed it with some oat milk or something like that. And I don't drink this stuff. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I don't drink caffeine. I don't drink any of this stuff. But I wasn't going to be rude to this woman that I had just met. And so I drank this matcha, whatever it is. So I ended up drinking that, and it tasted delicious, by the way. It tasted amazing. And this woman said that this stuff was like pure, organic, She said it was like $100 a bag for this little tiny bag of this stuff. It was unbelievable, right? And so I had that, and then shot back over to the hotel. Now, once I got back over to the hotel, then I had my team meeting. I have a team, I have a company, so on and so forth. So I had my team meeting at 9:11, or at 9 o'clock, somewhere right around there. Had my team meeting. Then I also had an interview with my guy, David Hill. David Hill's an awesome guy, real estate expert, one of our Breakfast with Champions peeps. And so I had an interview with David, which was awesome. That was 45 minutes, hour, something like that. Then I jumped on with Asotu, which is the automotive troublemaker guys, Paul Daly and Kyle. They have a show over on Clubhouse every day. They have a podcast that's amazing. You should check it out if you're in the automotive space. They're very good friends of mine, and I'll be speaking at one of their events here in 9 days or so, something like that. So then I jumped on with them, right? After the interview with David, then I had the interview with Asotu, or jumped on with them. And then, of course, I had calls, in the automotive space. So calls from different dealers, some dealers celebrating the months that they had last month, other dealers needing some advice and some wisdom on why they didn't have the best month ever last month, those types of conversations. What should we post on social media? What should we not post on social media? How do we word this? How do we word that? How can we grow here? Do we invest in this? Do we not invest in that? All those types of things, right? So many of those calls going on throughout the morning, which when you're on the West Coast and your company is built on the East Coast, it's wild, man. Let me tell you, because everybody's up and running over on the East Coast and you're just getting started on the West Coast, right? So lots of calls on auto, lots of things like that. While I was up on the mountain, while I was doing the sunrise hike, I went ahead and made a couple videos for some different friends of mine, some celebratory videos that I sent out, also some prospecting videos. Anytime, I suggest this to all of you, anytime you go anywhere that's unique or not something that people see every day, just make a couple prospecting videos. Hey, I'm up here on top of a mountain right now. Just want you to know I was thinking of you. We need to hook up, right? We need to connect. So I did that on the mountain. I was doing that at Buddha Bella, all of these different places, right? So made some calls, checked in on some leads, did those things, sent some lead videos, sent some congratulation videos out. And then I was supposed to be coming home on Saturday, right? But my event got canceled. It got canceled, it got rescheduled. And so I decided I would go ahead and reschedule my flight and come home early, right? And surprise my family, most of my family. Couldn't surprise the wife because I had to make sure I could get in the house when I get home. She's got the compound on lock when I'm gone. But I decided to change my flight, and I did, right? And so I left at 3:30 Pacific time. I was able to leave Scottsdale, Arizona. And what was cool is some things aligned. And so this guy named Mark that I had met at the event, him and I got to drive to the airport together. I had a rental car, so I got to take him to the airport. And we got to talk through some things that he was going through in his life. And so that was awesome, right? Had this amazing conversation, get to the airport, go through the whole rack race, leave the airport, fly to Dallas. Once I get to Dallas, there's all these storms. All these flights are getting canceled. All these flights are getting delayed all around me. However, my flight spectacularly, not only did it not get canceled, not only did it not get delayed, but I only had a tiny little window to get from C6 to B19, which if you've ever been to Dallas Airport, it's a long way from C6 to B19. You got to take a tram. You got to go over 2 terminals. It's a long way, but made it, caught the flight out, landed in Lexington, Kentucky, and I got home at 1 a.m. Eastern time. All right, 1 a.m. Eastern time. So if following along this morning, all right, I got up at 1 a.m. Pacific time, and I got home and in bed at 1 a.m. the next day, Eastern time. So if you're doing the math, that's not a 24-hour day. This is a 27-hour day. Something like that. 21-hour day. How does it work? Yeah, maybe 21. I don't know. All I know is it was a heck of a day, right? Then I slept for 2 hours, 10 minutes. Got up, did my morning 5 today. Shot over here to the studio, built out my show, and now I'm here with you. Right? Now I'm here with you. And when I leave here, I'm going to go home and I'm going to surprise all my kids because they didn't know Dad was coming home. So I'm going to surprise all the babies, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to hug my Oakland. I'm going to laugh with Savannah. I'm going to go kick a couple soccer balls with Joel. And then I'm going to jump in the shower. And then I'm going to go on a run. And then I'm going to jump in the shower after I take a run. And then I'm going to come right back here to the studio where at 9 o'clock, I'm going to get the honor of working with Beaver Toyota and Patrick Abad and his incredible team. And then today also will be off to the races. You see, that's how I'm showing up. At this season in my life, that is how I am showing up. And I have gotten validation. Also that how I am showing up ultimately aligns with how people see me. You see, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I was at a real estate summit with Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone, if you don't know who he is, he's a multi-billionaire worth $5.2 billion. And him and I have become friends over the years. And I was at his summit and he mentioned my name at the summit at least a dozen times, if not more. He would talk about me when he was in front of, all the people. He would talk about me at the VIP things. He would talk about me at the dinners. He kept bringing up Glenn Lundy. And no, even though he brought me up dozens of times, there's really only 3 things that Grant Cardone said about me. He said that I was a father to 8. He said that probably. I can't tell you how many jokes he made about me being a father to 8, right? But he kept pointing out that I was a father to 8 kids, which makes me so proud that that is a part of my identity, both inside and out. He also kept pointing out to everyone that I ran a great business, that I ran a business that was making an impact, that we were generating good income. He talked about me as a businessman, a powerful one who was making a positive impact. And the third thing that he talked about all of the time is he continued to talk about me being a man of character and integrity. He said it over and over again. He said, what I love about this guy, Glenn, is if he says it's going to get done, it gets done. You can count on him. You can rely on him. He's got character. He's got integrity. And that's why he's successful. How I show up in the world directly affects how other people see me. How you show up in the world directly affects how other people see you. And if you think that how other people see you doesn't matter, you've lost your mind, man. You've absolutely lost your mind. I hear it all the time. Well, I don't give a damn what other people think. Well, you should. Because guess what? It's other people that have the keys that ultimately unlock the doors you're trying to get through. Other people have your money. Other people have your heart. You see, this is the thing called life is not a solo sport. So if you think that those people that are screaming from the rooftops, I don't give a damn what anybody thinks about me, I'm telling you, that's probably the most insecure person in the room. How you show up matters. How other people see you matters. There's a problem when how other people see you and how you show up are not aligned. Then we have an issue when we're putting on a mask to try to be someone for others that we actually are not. But to not care what other people think and to not worry about how you show up will keep you from your greatness. We're going to continue to talk about that and more today. Before we do, though, y'all know what we got to do on this show. Y'all know we got to do some dancing. Come on now. Let me see. Where's this line at? Let me see. There it goes. It feels good to be home, boys and girls. I'm telling you, I love being home. I love being home. I love starting my mornings with you all. I love that we have the opportunity to hang out in this space. Y'all are amazing. That's right. Y'all are amazing. Listen, for those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. So YouTube, share it out. If you're on Facebook, you know what to do. Clubhouse, I'm talking to you. And those of you on Clubhouse, go and drop those dancing emoticons in your profile pic. Drop some dancing in there. I love that. It always, it just jacks me up even more. I love it. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you. I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live, watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Scott Marziani, how you doing this morning? What's up, Renee Noor? Ray Hatcher's in the building. Gloria Bond up in here. Melvin Rodriguez and Stephanie Toadvine. What's up, Stephanie? Gloria Bond is in the building. Angela Heath is up in here. Christina Macy is up in here as well. Patty, there we go. I see some dancing, Patty. Jeff's up here in the building. Christina's got some dancing going on. Marilyn Wilkin, I love the dancing. Hopping over on her little profile. I see the professor is in the building. What's up, Will? How you doing, Robin? How you doing, Shelly and Core Element? I see Linnell. There it is, Linnell. There you go. Okay, I see you. That's so funny. I see Chima is in the building. Sunny and Jennifer. I see Liza Myers Borges in 2 places. Randy Wagner's up in here. Ramon What up? We got Miranda in the building. The queen is up in here. My boy David Hill, who I was with yesterday. Mr. Brian Benstock is in the building. Larissa Harrington's up in here. Scott Simons and Whitney and Sol Salcido. Holy smokes! We're packed up in here today. You got Julio Soto in the building. Josh is up in here as well. Kim Fair is in the building. Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. Hey, listen, we wouldn't be here, at least I wouldn't be here where I am today if it wasn't for the auto industry, the best industry in the world. And so listen, shout out to all my automotive peeps, those that we've been running in the trenches together for all these years in an ever-adjusting market, creating opportunities for others. Listen, if you're not in the auto industry and you're looking for a change in your life, I suggest you make a move. What's up, Jamesia? Great to see you. Great to see you, Amy Myers. I suggest you make a move, man. And I've got incredible partners in the automotive industry that I can help you if you're looking to do that all over the United States of America. Also, if you are in the auto industry, you're an owner or general manager of a dealership, we're going to be having an event in Atlanta. That's right. We're going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be amazing. You should come check it out. Here's a clip of what it might look like. Automotive dealer owners and GMs only, exclusively on October 26th, the Technology Matters Summit presented by 800% Elite Automotive Club. We are holding this event at one of the premier dealerships in the United States of America. We will be at Beaver Toyota in Cummins, Georgia. That's right, Beaver Toyota, led by Patrick Abad. I know you've heard of the place. They've had a massive increase in sales over the last 3 years. And we're going to have our event right there on site. So you can check out the store. You can check out all the features. You can check out what some are calling the Disneyland of dealerships as we learn that technology matters from Dan Moore, Aaron Cheeks, Brian Kramer, and so many more. Grab your ticket now. We'll see you there. October 26th, Cummins, Georgia. Don't miss it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Jessica here with the Twang Sisters with Good News Girls. Now today we're going to talk about...
Where we're headed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good job. So...
Did I get an A?
You do.
Okay.
A plus.
You get a donut.
You can have a donut.
Well, in the works we want to be doing some event planning down the road. We're thinking about doing a glamping retreat. So if you ever want to do that, stay tuned because that's going to be absolutely
You're in,
awesome.
I'm in.
We got a perfect place in beautiful Paris, Kentucky, right down the creek. You're going to love it. On the creek. Yeah.
God willing, in the creek don't rise. Another Twang.
Yeah. And you want to...
Well, we do want to
Inside.
do more events, and we've done several for Glenn and done the gifting for that. But really, I think one of the our main thing is to lift people up because they never forget how you make them feel, and it's all about community. So we're probably going to do more Twang tables, I think.
Those are so fun.
They are.
Now what's a Twang table? Tell us about that.
Girl, you need to come to our next one. So we did one in Louisville at Hermitage Farm. We just gather people together and we just break bread, laugh, cut up. Where else have we done them?
We did one before the Grow for God conference. We did that at Oscar Diggs in Lexington, and everybody that was in town already. We had like 30-something people. It was amazing.
Absolutely.
We had so much fun.
Drop
So
it in the
fun.
comments if you were there, because y'all
Yes.
don't know, some funny stuff happened at Oscar Diggs. But we just try to keep the focus not on money or anything like that with our business. Wouldn't you say the money's just the fruit, not the focus?
And just having fun. We love to have
Fun.
I love it. And you get to share your Twangism with people who aren't from here.
Yep. We've
Love
been
it.
known to Southernize people. We Southernized Josh. Oh, you don't need Southernized. You're already Southern.
Got that natural twang in me.
You do.
Just so everyone's aware, you don't have to live here to be twang.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We twang
ship.
anybody.
We have shipped. Gosh, I wish we would count how many states that we have actually shipped out to.
I got twanged the other day by Julio in Puerto Rico. I had a box come from Puerto Rico, and it was the nicest thing ever. And I'll never forget how that made me feel. We twang each other sometimes.
We do.
Love it.
That sounds wrong.
Okay, there we go, down the wrong road.
I love it. Well, thank you, ladies, for stepping in while Alex was out and helping me this week. We really appreciate you coming in, hanging out. You know, everybody on Facebook loves it too.
Thank you. Fun. Thank you.
Every single person who ever came on my show, and I hear there's like 37,000 guests I've talked to. A lot of them came from dysfunction, and a lot of them wouldn't appear to be teachers, but every one of them had something to say that was meaningful and valuable and that I could use to grow myself into the best of myself, which is what all of our jobs are. Your number one job is to become more of yourself and to grow yourself into the best of yourself. And so I had a lot of great teachers, as we all do. I was doing an Oprah show about a decade ago. One of my greatest teachers was a man named John Diaz. We were doing a show called Would You Survive? And on Tuesday, October 31st in 2000, Singapore Airlines Flight 006, a Boeing 747 from Taipei to Los Angeles, took off with 179 souls aboard. 4 crew and 79 passengers perished in that flight, a total of 83 fatalities. There was a typhoon rolling through at the time, and the plane went down the wrong runway. Now, what's interesting, John Diaz was on that plane, and he had several indications, whispers, that he shouldn't have gotten on the plane, but he did anyway. He got on the plane, and he managed to be one of the survivors. And on the Oprah show, I was asking him, what do you think it was that you were one of the survivors? And I said, do you think it was your position on the plane? Because he was in first class and he was sitting on the right next to an exit door. And he said, yes, I think it might have been the position of the plane. And also my quick thinking, he says, and the fact that I didn't stop moving. So I said, you don't believe, you're not a religious man, you don't believe that there was some kind of divine intervention going on there? He goes, no, I'm not a religious person. I do not believe that it was anything divine. I don't believe that. I did see, he said, as I got knocked back into the plane, that it looked like Dante's Inferno, with people strapped into their seats and just burning. And it seemed a bit to me, as I turned and looked backwards, like there was a light coming out of the tops of their heads. I guess you could call it an aura was leaving their bodies. And some lights were brighter than others. It changed, he said, it changed me. It gave me a new kind of spirituality, in a sense, that I now believe somehow, I don't know how, but life continues on somehow through that light. And I thought, I'm not a religious man, but I thought the brightness and dimness of the auras were how one lives one's life, so to speak. So that's one of the major things that really has changed with me since then, he says. I want to live my life so my aura, when it leaves, is one of the brightest ones. I got chills when he said that. How does one lead a meaningful life? Because ultimately, isn't that what we all want? We want to lead a life so that however we transition, people can say, wow, that was a bright one. That was a bright one.
Wow, that was a bright one. We want to live our life so that when we transition, people say, wow, that was a bright one. How are you showing up? How are you showing up in the world? And who do they think you are? You see, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that you and I are children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God made you and I to be the best versions of ourselves, our individual selves that we can possibly be. Not an average version, not a below average version, not an above average version, but the absolute best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. And it is my understanding that in order for us to be the best version, not average, not above, the best, we must walk in the identity of who we are. And that must align with who others believe that we are. To put on a mask, to hide, to lie, to shame, to fake, to doubt, to worry, all of those things will dim your light. They will ultimately dim your light. And a dim light, my guess, if I know something about you, a dim light is not how you want to be known in this life or the next. So let's continue to rise every single day with intention and purpose. Let's continue to evolve into the best versions of ourselves we can possibly be so that we can go out and make an impact in other people's lives. And let's do it together. Fair enough? Fair enough. Speaking of rising, evolving, and making an impact together, I'm going to go head over to the Breakfast with Champions room. I'm going to do that right now. Head on over to the Breakfast with Champions room. We're going to have a discussion around this a little bit further, see what that looks like. If you're catching this on replay, our Breakfast with Champions room runs from 5 a.m. Eastern all the way till 1 p.m. Eastern time. So you can still hop on over there. You're going to get motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations. And if you're just completely out of the range of time, come back, join me again Monday morning. We're going to do this all over again right here on GM3X. Now get out there, folks. It's time to rise and grind.
Of messages overtaking what I know. A war is a whisperer, and it's coming for my soul. In the dark of the night, I can see the light. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. Set me free. I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid. I will look to the light. I will not be